Gratitude is a practice that begins with noticing usually small things. And sometimes it even begins with having a home, a place, a thankful space to be able to house those gratitudes. And I know as creative folks, we love to exercise gratitude even in how we make things. And that's what this Grateful Today Journal and Folio class is all about. I'm Jamie Pate, and this is a walkthrough to a class that's getting ready to open October 2025. It is on my classroom site. All links that you will possibly need to have will be down in the description. But what we're going to do today is not only are we going to walk through this and you can see the book completed, not filled in, but the book is completed. But I have a little bonus item that I want to share with you too, because it involves this particular collection. And I don't know, I was kind of excited about it and I want to share it with you. So let's get started. So this is a book that is crafted in the style of what I call book artistry. I have several books this year on my website that we have crafted and we have bound each in different unique ways, and this one is no exception. And let me just show you a little peek. This is what the binding is. Yes, there is one still opening. It's kind of that way on purpose, but this is what the binding is going to hold for us. Now the front, I don't have too much specialness going on here. I've wrapped it in some twine and one of the tags from the cutaway paper. The paper I'm using in this one, if you haven't seen the gather video, is called Autumn Junque. It's from Photoplay and it's available at ScrapbookCom. And so this is just one of the tags from that pattern paper collection. Then also on here, I use rub-ons that keep selling out. Literally the 49 Market, designed by Katie Purdiett, Fall Stories. The rub-ons keep running out. They're so beautiful. So click notify me. I've done the same thing, and it just maybe one of the things I purposely bought more than one pack because they're just so good and I don't want to make them precious, but I just added very thankful there on the outside. That's a bonus because that's not even in the class. So there you go. So the spine is about an inch and a half or so. The class takes you step by step on building this book foundation, as well as everything you will see inside. We're crafting this page here that is tucking many layered elements inside of it. Each of these layered elements are part of the class, as well as how this page itself was crafted. And it's one of my most favorite pages. I love doing this again and again. You can see this leaf I'm fuddling with here. We have some inky art lessons as well as pages that this class includes, and I'll show you those in a moment. Within this binding, you can just add to your heart's content. This is the first binding, and I tucked in this little mini book insert. And then this is its own insert here, this middle part as well. This is the folio part of this book, and the fact that you can fit things in. The middle here shows you, let's get to the middle here, that you can also tuck it right back out. So that's really cool. And in the class, we do add additional pages to this, so you'll see how that works. So this is all pattern paper from Autumn Junque, and it's has lovely botanicals, it has lovely leaf prints, it has lovely stripes, and we are also making this cluster from a couple different lessons. This cluster comes together in that, and you'll see the why and wherefore of a page like this one here that is patterns of tags, because we're here for the tags no matter how we can get them. Just some gorgeous abilities, no matter what collection you might use for this type book. It's a great opportunity to show off those pages. Just something that is a motivator for me when I'm making an album is because I've come across a collection that I just love so much. It's so beautiful, and I don't want to stash it away in my storage bags, my crafty storage bags, so that I can't see them. I love to make books so that I can actually bring them out and celebrate them and enjoy them. You know, that doesn't mean I'm not going to cover these pages. I actually have a full page photo here that's dying to get in there. It's just that it's a great, many albums are great spaces to be able to show off and enjoy the beautiful paper collections that we collect. We're going to talk about this page protector here and how it is sitting inside our book. This is an extra little insert that we crafted. It actually doesn't even go there. It's actually in the wrong place, but you're going to see here. You're going to see how easy this is right here. This actually is supposed to live in the very middle. And so there it is. Okay, so vellum pages, more pocket pages. Those just don't happen to be filled in yet. Art pages. There's a couple of art pages that are interactive, as well as just great opportunities for learning how to be inky, how to add rub-ons. I get asked very often about adding rub-ons, and so we've got rub-ons added to these pages as well. Okay, and then another page as well. Okay, so you're probably like, well, what about the journal part? The back part of this book is yet another insert that is the journal part. And there are several options for printables that you could print, and there are instructions for how to trim them down. And so, like I said, there's a couple different options for going about this. But not only that, I have curated 31 prompts to help exercise a grateful today attitude. And so you can print these off. I thought it would be great to maybe add a pocket in here and just tuck these inside and have them. I talk about this journal and how versatile it is in the classroom. And so there's multiple ideas for how this journal can be put to work and to be put to a gratitude practice, which is exactly what gratitude is. It's a practice. There is no perfection in arriving at gratitude, because there are going to be days, as we all know, where we're not feeling it. Things are happening in the world. Life is tough. Challenges come upon us and the people that we love, and sometimes it's just hard. And so my real big prayer and desire as a making community is that we would practice gratitude, realizing that it's not necessarily about feelings. Feelings are so fleeting. Feelings can very often direct us to gratitude. But feelings, if we're waiting for us to feel grateful, that might not happen. And so practicing, having prompts that you can answer at whatever depth you desire. Maybe you've wanted to write for a while, but you didn't know where to start. This could be a great place for that. Okay, so that's a look at the class. This is the class for Grateful Today. This is the project that we will be crafting in that class. And so please check descriptions for any other details that might exist at this moment. But I have another little project that's been laying around that you've all been asking about that I want to share with you. And it's called Treasure This. Now, this is actually one of many books I have recently made for a class that I taught at Ready, Set, Create in September. In that class, I utilized this Sizzix 49 in Market die set. It's a snap and swap die set that creates this folio. And we actually did one in teals and grays, and utilized some simple stories in that particular book. And so that was made available for all the participants for that very quickly selling out event that happens in September in Los Angeles. But in my making, I love to, and this is something, again, hopefully I'm not too much on repeat here, but maybe I should be. You know, when we make a book like this, don't limit yourself that it has to be all autumnal and fallish and seasonal. This could also be a great way to have a journal if you choose for Christmas. This would be a great way to document Christmas when you don't want to do something every day. As a matter of fact, it's a really great idea I just had right there. But what I really love to do is, take a concept, which I had that concept of this particular book. And here it is. That's the book that we actually made at Ready, Set, Create. Okay. So see the similarities, but look how powerful it is when we bring another collection in. I love it. And so it's the same idea. So the thing about this collection is while there's a couple things in here besides just the photo play, but the collection we used for Grateful Today is mostly the papers I used to craft this folio book. And so I want to show that to you because of versatility, because of how else can I use these papers. I actually bought a second set of the collection pack. And so I felt I had the freedom to just make however I wanted. This butterfly, however, is from Simple Stories. But it's the same idea with that I did on here. And I'm not going to go through all the details because that was for that class, but you can get an idea here of just, more rub-ons from 49 and Market. Some of the leaves that we've made, if you've watched Lab Leaf that I did in September, using the folio dies to create this little mini folio right inside the covers. Can you see I'm a fan of utilizing inside covers? I love that. Again, using a similar cluster here and just those leaf lab dies. Those leaf lab, what do I want to say? Those leaf lab leaves. They just keep giving. And then just making pockets, utilizing dies and labels. And I thought I have another little die in here, just cutting things up. More butterflies from Simple Stories. And a tag enclosure here. This is the middle of the folio, and you can just see how it attaches there. And then I attached it to the back of the book. And then I also added in this little flippable. This is different than what I taught in the class, but I like how it turned out. So again, right? Versatility, bringing different ideas to the same concept, which if you take Grateful Today, I invite you to do that. Bring your other additional concepts. Make it as a gift. Give it away. Make several for Christmas gifts. What a lovely way to start the new year is with spaces to add not only our artful skills that we can share with other people, but then thankful spaces that people can fill in and start their year off in a way of gratitude. So I wanted to share these two projects. I had many questions about what this book looked like, so consider this your walkthrough for that. And then just a little extra bonus here of the things that I had left over and I still desperately wanted to play with, and utilizing that snap and swap die from Sizzix and 49 and Market. So please pay attention. So thank you so much for taking time and seeing this all the way through. I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know any questions you may possibly have in the comments, and catch you in the next video.